All right, welcome back to the podcast. And Eerily Beloved, we are gathered here today with
Garrett,
Mom,
and Liam.
whole gang's here today. And this week we are coming at you with Reddit stories. This time I'm going to be reading Bigfoot and themed Reddit stories.
I finally get Reddit stories.
Dude,
and
I guess Sasquatch. You said no.
I said, hey, it's not, you didn't say Bigfoot.
It's the extended Bigfoot family.
Yeah. Sasquatch is a species.
The Sasquatchians.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
Garrett has beef with Sasquatch.
Interesting.
Garrett has one-sided beef with Sasquatch.
You weren't there for the 30-minute rabbit hole down stupid lane.
Shoot, that was on my list of things to read today.
Oh, I hope not.
No, it wasn't. I could add it too, though.
Here's my 10-step update: how I dressed up as Sasquatch and ruined my family's vacation.
It was
my,
real bad.
My girlfriend's camping trip.
Oh yeah, my bad. What?
This guy
No.
sent his girlfriend. No, I'll just give him the abridged version. This guy sent his girlfriend on a camping trip with her family, and he said, "Oh, have such a great time." And then he packed a bag and went, but then he hid in the woods and dressed up like Sasquatch. And they thought and he started shaking the trees and shaking their tents.
And they had young kids. Ruined their whole vacation. And then instead of apologizing, after she broke up with him,
He went on a rampage at the family barbecue.
he dressed up in it again.
And tried to get her back.
Doing it a second time is kind of funny.
No. If you would have had
And
it
the
with the
dad-
story.
He went apologized to the whole family and did it again.
I'll send you the story afterwards.
Actually, Madeline, they recorded it in a podcast,
Stop.
and we had her cut it because
Stop.
it was...
It was so outrageous.
It was 45 minutes of my life wasted.
Yeah, Garrett's still mad about it.
He's
today.
still mad.
He still holds a
That was
grudge.
that was
against
months
us.
ago.
That was in.
But
April?
I thought it was bad, too. Like when
It was
I...
bad.
I thought it was funny. It's pretty funny.
No,
It was
Garrett.
bad.
Garrett's funny. That wasn't funny.
Garrett was
was
just
bad.
so over it. Anyway, so no, I will not be reading that story. If you want to read it, maybe I'll try to link it or something. But
We'll do an archive episode. We'll just post all the trash that doesn't make it.
subscribe to our Patreon to get the Bigfoot.
Yeah. We're really selling the Patreon, huh?
Mm-hmm. But not reading that one. We'll be reading others. Obviously, Bigfoot, Sasquatch, Sasquatchians. They'll be getting their own episode eventually. But until then, yeah, we gotta
We're doing another Sasquatch episode.
We gotta do like the lore. Where did Sasquatch come from?
I want to hear
Indigenous
some good...
people.
Dude, we don't know.
I want to hear some
Indigenous
good
people.
Reddit stories.
Okay, I'll try to do my best with what I found.
Bigfoot and Sasquatch are different.
Well,
Bigfoot is
it's like a subspecies, I think.
What?
A classification of the Sasquatch family.
Bigfoot's like his name. His species is Sasquatch.
Oh, okay.
It's just one dude.
No, yeah, Bigfoot is one guy,
Yeah.
but like there's more than one Sasquatch.
Whole family of them. Whole family tree.
Bigfoot
genome.
and kind of Bigfoot?
Yeah, Bigfoot family.
What?
You got
Okay.
Bigfoot. You got Bigfoots that can like teleport. You got like astral Bigfoots.
Because that's how people think they can get around is through portals,
What?
Which
I'm
is why-
Sure we got
Okay.
that story too.
which is why we don't see them walking around in the forest.
If we could describe Liam's face right now.
He was flabbergasted. He's
I'll be
never
lost.
heard of such a thing.
They probably didn't make the cut for a good reason.
Okay, this first one. I wanted to share this story, though it doesn't involve a sighting. It involves all the other evidence that is difficult to ignore. We've bought land in Washington recently. It'll be about a year before we start building there, but we visit periodically, and I just recently came back from a 2-day camping trip on the land. A few months back, we pulled into a dirt road leading onto our property and noticed a perfect pyramid of trees that had been interlocked into a tapestry that simply couldn't have happened by human hands. One reason is that the pyramid interlocked, which is clearly done with skill, was at least 6 feet off the ground. We joked that maybe some teenagers could have done it, but I personally really doubted some kids could climb up the trees 6 feet high and successfully bend tree trunks into an interlocking grid that high up. It would have taken too much force and power. I don't even think grown men could get such trees to bend in this fashion. The trunks had to have been at least 8 to 9 inches in diameter, so we're talking strong trees, not bendable baby limbs. Fast forward to the previous weekend, we pulled onto our property late at night after sundown, arriving late on Friday night. Within 5 minutes of arriving, I heard a loud, haunting, ape-like howl that didn't sound anything like a wolf, bear, or normal animal sounds. I've spent enough time in the woods in my life to know when I'm hearing something that isn't elk, bear, owl, or dog. These howls were human-like, and it was clear that something enormous was sending a message out there. It did it 4 to 5 times, then stopped. We slept the very first night without issue. Except for one thing. The very next morning, a tree had been bent like a perfect rainbow directly over the trail 10 feet away from our truck, perfectly going over the trail in an upside-down U shape over the road. The second night was a night that was remarkable. Within 15 minutes of hitting the sack in our teardrop trailer, windows were open and I was enjoying the forest breeze. I immediately heard footsteps, distinct human bipedal footsteps walking around the trailer. It moved at a pace that was distinctly two-footed, and it was clearly large, much like a metronome beating. Leaves were all over the ground, which made it easier to hear the pacing of the footsteps. This went on for at least an hour, then it stopped. I placed my hand in a cup-like position behind my ears to help increase my hearing abilities. Then I fell asleep for a few hours and awoke to some human-like crunching footsteps right outside the trailer. I then heard actual talking from what I believe was a Bigfoot. One might say it was gibberish, but to be honest, it was clear that they had an actual language. Somehow, I felt that it was female. The obvious soft vocalization sounded like some sort of affirmation-sounding noises. It sounded like words, only the voice was clearly deep/resonant, and not the sort of voice a regular human being could emulate due to the depth of the voice. I am sure it wasn't humans pranking us. It spoke softly to one another by using some sort of enunciation, and so this is no longer just howling, but literally some type of talking. Obviously, though, it wasn't English, but it was most certainly a human-like vocal tone communicating. Next, I heard the trees begin to bend. If you can imagine a bending noise, sort of like a screeching, pushing every 5 seconds. This went on for an hour. Screech, push, pause. Screech, push, pause. This pattern of pushing and pausing went on for a long time, and it was directly happening right outside the trailer.
Dude, did she hear 2 Bigfoots mating? What do we got going on here?
Okay, but where's
what do we got going on?
What year was this? Where's the cell phone? Where's the recording?
I don't know. It doesn't
No
say.
picture?
For some reason, I didn't feel scared. I've always been psychic a little when it comes to feeling intentions of humans or animals around me.
She's an empath.
Something deep inside of me felt that these beings were loving/kind, some sort of like protectors of the forest. I listened to them as long as I could until I was too tired to continue listening to their activities outside the trailer.
Okay, whoa. This is sounding more and more like mating now. Hold on now.
They're loving. They were loving and kind, and I couldn't listen to their activities.
Couldn't listen to their activities any longer.
The following morning, there were 3 more trees, perfectly folded, curved like rainbow/arches, right over the trail next to our truck. One was directly at the nose of the truck. I've taken photographs and will upload them soon. Maybe. Oh my gosh, she has photographs uploaded.
Yeah, I want to see a photo.
Somehow I feel like they were saying welcome. I think they know we purchased the land. Look, if they had wanted to hurt us, they could have. They never touched our stuff, our trailer, or did they attempt to scare us. If anything, it was like they were attempting to not scare us and wanted to be as quiet as possible.
Dude, I think they were asserting dominance and just mating right in front of you.
I felt that the female was guiding the whole event that night.
Okay. Whoa.
That's so
Guys, hold on.
Okay.
They were not bending trees to
Can
make a
anyone
house.
tell me more about the tree bending formations and if there's any clues as to which formations mean what? My heart tells me that they did this to say hello in a loving, kind way. It hasn't scared us, and we still plan on building there. I had an idea that if we go camping there again in the fall, I'm going to tie flowers around the trunks that they bent to let them know we accept you and we honor you.
Dude.
I refuse to have bad feelings between the Bigfoot and us. I want us to cohabitate on the land peacefully. My first impressions of these beings is that they are not out to hurt anyone, and that they might even be able to communicate with humans if humans could treat them with respect and try not to hunt them down. Clearly, they're going to be more intelligent than the regular large apes are on the world. They're bipedal and obviously have above average intelligence, judging by the fact I heard an actual language coming out of one.
Okay, and where's the cell phone video?
And then
of
it
that?
says edit to add photographs.
I want to see him.
Oh, they're not quite bent as dramatic. Oh, so here's one over the truck.
Oh, I mean,
What am I even looking at?
The branch. There's
I
like
mean-
a caption on the picture.
but again, where's the cell phone video?
Well, okay, but if it was dark, she wouldn't have been able to.
You could take a video for the sound.
I've got another theory,
Let's
Mom.
cup our ear.
I've got another theory. This wasn't Sasquatch. They ran into Polyphemus.
Here's like a
The
teepee.
human-like whales.
Here's a teepee formation. It's not as dramatic as I was expecting it to be.
Polyphemus is bipedal.
No, I mean,
He's large.
what was dramatic was the storytelling in that. Cupping my ears and listening as long as I could. I mean, get out your cell phone.
Well, and then you fall asleep.
Record.
There's something big out there moving trees
Get in your
around.
car and leave.
Yeah, I think it's Polyphemus.
Someone said, I will not take photos or try to report them to any official agencies. My only concern about sharing this on Reddit is the government possibly monitoring these forums.
Dude,
I don't want them doing anything to these beings or searching for them in our land.
Dude. Okay, so they want to leave like rose petals in the shape of a heart on their breeding tree.
Breeding trees, crazy.
Tie flowers around the
It
trunks.
could have been something else, though, not a Bigfoot.
Dude,
yeah,
they sound paranoid.
it could have been anything because we don't have video of it, and it's not bent like a U-shaped rainbow. And I mean,
Could have been Polyphemus. That's all I'm saying.
okay, so like that's the end of that story. And so they bought property. They went there. They saw the trees in a triangle, 6 feet up. I see the picture. It looks like they've
Someone
fallen
said
down.
it could have been bears. Like
Yeah.
when bears play fight, they make like chittering noises and they like,
Play fight, huh?
okay. Or if they're mating, bro. I don't know. What do you want me to say?
Well, okay, if it's a bear, you don't want to be in your trailer.
Also, a bear's not bipedal.
Well, it could be upright.
This
though.
isn't Smokey the Bear walking around.
We need Smokey the Bear.
It's
right
not
now.
sitting upright walking around the trailer for an hour.
No, that story was very dramatic.
I think it was Polyphemus. I don't know. What do you think, Liam?
So good. Next time they need to set up their camera. And,
Well, this was posted 3 years ago.
well, still plenty of cell
So-
phones.
Let me get out my camcorder.
Uh-huh.
Liam, what do you think?
This reminds me of ever since I was young, I've been able to sense the paranormal. And
Mm.
I have so many other stories, but I'll save that for another time.
Oh, she's an empath, all right.
I could tell one was female by their energy.
Dude. Like, come on.
Okay, so are we rating
Yeah.
each one of these?
I've always been good
Yeah.
at sensing the emotional state of animals.
Okay, well, I hope the stories get better.
Well,
You're
considering
the one
the
that asked for Sasquatch.
No, she didn't ask for it. I told her.
I didn't.
Considering the subject, you have to understand that these are all going to be a little bit fantastical to
Great,
some
great.
degree. So.
Fantastical. That's a very nice way of putting it. Okay, let's do creepy factor. For me, I'm not creeped out. I think this is completely BS and I don't even believe it.
You're not creeped out?
No. You are?
I'm at a 10 out of 10. If I'm camping in the woods and something bipedal's walking around my trailer for an hour,
But I don't believe it. So I have to believe it for it to be creepy for me.
imagine being in the woods in a trailer and you're cupping your ears to listen to the sounds of some guys going at it in the woods for an hour
Okay.
and you fall asleep like it's rain sounds.
Okay.
I'd be kind of creeped out.
I wonder if the husband heard anything.
This clearly has triggered Garrett. So for me,
I'd be creeped out.
He's been triggered since the beginning.
I know. Okay, I'm just not creepy. I don't believe it at all. So
I don't believe it at all either.
my creepy is 0 because my believability is 0.
But imagine if
Really?
it was a dude walking around your trailer for an hour.
A
That wouldn't-
person?
That would
Yeah.
make
Yeah,
me
it'd
feel
be
any
creepy.
better.
A person would be creepier.
Yeah, it would be real creepy. Yeah.
It could be that. She said it was bipedal.
Okay. So you're right.
We've seen a lot of documentaries lately about the
I would like to edit my creepy.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
Nothing's set in stone.
7.
Okay.
'Cause you're right.
52,000.
52. Oh yeah, you're gonna pull it. Now Garrett's pulling the Friday beers.
It's a little early for the Friday beers.
I'm doing this in
Believability though
defiance.
for me is 0. Like I mean,
This is an add
it's
to
something,
your...
but this is I'm not
We
gonna.
should have started with how much do you believe that Bigfoot exists?
0.
Okay, wait. Liam's got to do his creepy and believability.
Well, Garrett hasn't done it either, so...
Garrett said 52,000 on creepy.
Nah, my creepy's like a 7.
Okay, so we agree. What about your believability?
0. Negative 52,000.
Okay, okay.
Okay, Liam.
I mean, yeah, my creepy's probably like an 8, but believability like 0 or 1. Like, if there's something that's making noise outside of my truck for an hour, and I'm supposed to be by myself in the woods, like,
On your property.
yeah.
Oh, wait. You wouldn't just cup your ears and listen to it like it's rain sounds and go to sleep? Oh, the ocean's so like loud tonight.
Yeah, let me just cut my ears to enhance my hearing for an
Oh wow,
hour.
what are they feeling? Oh wow.
Yeah, so they should have gotten their cell phone out and recorded to hear the sounds,
or something.
so that it was believable.
And
Turn
also
the flash on, just some random guy taking a Duke.
the trees were not bent.
They were bent, but they weren't in a
We're not making a U shape.
Like, it definitely
Oh, that wasn't the rainbow to you?
could have been bears climb trees. It could have been a bear that,
It could have been a million things.
yeah.
Bears climb trees?
A cougar. Yeah, like black bears.
First I've heard of that. I got Sasquatch right there then.
Okay, next story.
Okay. So this is a comment that someone left after someone said they were looking for stories and sightings from anyone in Washington. And this says, I live in Southwest Washington State, but my experience happened in Oregon and was not a visual, but what I heard and felt.
Again? Is this the same lady?
But I have a good visual story. I went to share my great-grandfather's experience, which was in Northeast Washington outside of Spokane.
Well, so this person has multiple
I guess, but they're sharing their grandfather's story.
Sasquatch
Yep.
encounters.
Yep. My great-grandfather was not much of a storyteller, and he was a quiet and humble man with a lot of credibility in his community and in our family. When he was dying in his 80s, he insists that this happened to him when he was 11 years old. This would have been in about 1911, well before all the Bigfoot mania or any other famous stories that are often told over and over. He was riding his horse on a path in the forest leading home, and suddenly his horse became incredibly agitated. He smelled a foul smell and looked over and saw a giant creature covered in red hair. He said it was hair, not fur, and this creature ran alongside them. They all stopped and stared at each other within a few yards of each other. He said it felt like forever. My great-grandfather was frozen in fear, but finally his horse couldn't take it and started to try and escape. So the thing turned around, and my great-grandpa saw it literally walked over this tall barbed wire fence with absolutely no effort. It crossed the meadow and headed into the opposite tree line. My great-grandpa insisted that we not call it a creature. He said it was a man. His eyes, his understanding, made it clear it was a giant hairy man. His mom said that he should never speak of it to anyone outside the family, but she believed him. He eventually shared it with the kids, and they shared it with us. And this happened in the Spokane Valley at a farm that they had.
Okay, I mean, that raises a question. There's all these wildfires going on right now. I mean, that obviously impacts animals.
And Bigfoot.
And yeah, would impact Sasquatchians if there are any. So,
I mean, they're just teleporting around.
Yeah, that's why they can teleport.
Teleport to California.
Okay.
You can't open portals?
So creepy factor for me in this story. A smelly, dirty
That is pretty...
man
Mhm.
with a lot of hair. I mean, I think that's more real to me than the bipedal bending trees. But but never talk about it, never report it, and never see it again. And it just went to the next tree line. That would have a serious impact on you. So, I mean, it's an old story. I get it, but it's still the thing is there can't just be one. Well, I guess unless I believe in the teleportation, because
I mean, they're somehow still around.
Also, I looked it up. We did get it wrong. Bigfoot and Sasquatch are interchangeable. But it is a species. It's not just one thing.
Okay.
Sasquatch is like the native term.
Okay.
Bigfoot is
so
the more modern. And sorry.
okay. So to that, I just feel like creepy wise, I would be creeped out about that. But I mean, like, and he never thought like, oh, I should go look at that again, or like I should make sure and write it down, or I don't know.
No need.
One thing that stands out to me about that story is that in everything that I've heard about Bigfoot, stories and whatever and such, it always smells. You can smell him before you can see him.
Yeah, think about being
And
like
so
a dirty animal.
The fact that was
Ew.
noted in this story kind of adds a level of credibility to
if it was really a story from that long ago.
Yeah.
Smell you later.
Dude. Well, think about it. Like, it's a... And he said hair, not fur. The fact that it was red. It's kind of
ginger?
interesting. Maybe like a dark red. If it was like orange, it wouldn't blend in with the forest.
Ginger Sasquatch. Hadn't heard that before. Irish. Are they Irish, are they?
Maybe.
Okay, so creepy for me. I mean, I think it's kind. I mean, if I saw it, of course, I'd be completely creeped out. Again, if I were to believe it, so I'd say that sounds creepier than the trailer. I mean, I wouldn't be in my trailer in the woods in a plot of land, blah blah blah. So that sounds creepier to me to encounter something like that. So I'll give it a 7. Believability. I don't know the storytelling from generation to generation. I don't know that I really kind of can get on board with, but I'll give it a 5.
I'll give it a solid 3.
Okay.
I'd be more creeped out in my cabin or my trailer if there was like someone walking around. I wouldn't be in the woods to see anybody, so wouldn't happen to me. The trailer though, maybe.
And believability?
Maybe a 2. Third-hand account isn't exactly my favorite type of source.
I agree. Liam?
I mean, creepy is probably like 2, maybe. And yeah,
2?
believability, maybe also 2.
Liam's like a rock. He's like doesn't get creeped out by anything.
Well, I mean, that was just like, this person's grandpa saw a big dude in the forest and his horse got scared. Like, there wasn't much that happened.
Interesting. Come on, give us a powerhouse one. I want to knock to the fences. Let's go.
I was driving down the highway and I looked to my left through a clearing and I saw 2 men in black with Sasquatch tied to a tree.
I think I've heard this story.
Was that one ever posted though?
No.
I could read it.
Sure, I hope not.
That was in the pre-episode 1 testing.
Yeah.
That's
ended
what
up being the testing episode.
That's what got Garrett all upset over Sasquatch.
Yeah, that's probably where the beef originated. Because it did your Men in Black a little dirty.
Not even, dude. It was ridiculous. It was the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
This person says, relatively new to Reddit, and I wanted to share a brief experience I had the summer of 2023. I wanted to start by saying I have no idea what it was I encountered, but I know what it wasn't. I lived and worked at a resort about 50 minutes west of Bend, Oregon. It was a short seasonal job, but at that point I was an Oregon resident of 7 years. The environment I was in is mostly ponderosa pine forest without much brush. A good amount of huckleberry, but no bramble and whatnot. At the time I lived in the employee dormitory building. The laundry room was in the building, but had a separate entrance on the side of the structure. It was around 2 a.m. and I was spending time with my new roommates, getting to know each other, and all that good stuff. It dawned on me that I had laundry sitting in the dryer for who knows how long now. I grabbed my flashlight and went to go grab my laundry. I had one of those flashlights so you can pull the lens to make the beam more narrow. The dorm building was surrounded by guest cabins, so I kept the flashlight pointed at my feet so I wouldn't trip. I ran around the corner of the building, and within a few steps of the laundry room door, I felt a large thump. The thump reverberated through the ground, and I felt it in my knees. It couldn't have been more than 15 feet away from me. Like I said before, the dorm was surrounded by guest cabins. My brain immediately assumed it was someone knocking over / breaking down their firewood at the fire pit near their cabin. My body's reaction was full-on freeze. If it was a cabin guest, I didn't want to blind them with the flashlight at 2 a.m. If it was something else, I definitely didn't want to spook it coming around the corner like that. So in my frozen state, I hear the same thump a second time, but slightly closer. It's so strong, I feel it up my legs. As quickly as I register the sound, whatever it was takes off. I hear what I know to be bipedal footfall running into the woods. With each impact, I felt it reverberate in my legs, then only my feet, and then it was gone. I've spent a lot of time in the woods in my life. I grew up in the Ozarks exploring endlessly. I love backpacking, and I've lived off the back of my truck in the National Forest land for the past few years. Lived in the back of my truck. Mainly in the wilderness of the West Coast. I've lived in Montana, Wyoming, and Colorado. I've heard in close proximity the sound of deer, elk, grizzly, and a black bear gallop and run. I know what I heard was in no way a four-legged mammal, and I know I've never felt shock waves like that from a footfall. I'd love to believe it was a Sasquatch, but I saw nothing because I was frozen in place, and it happened so quickly. I just wanted to share my experience here and get some feedback.
I'm so good. Animal that shakes my feet, I'm good. You can feel it in your legs, no thanks.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually the best story that we've heard.
That means it's real close. Too close for comfort.
Nah, Bigfoot was just trying to change his laundry.
That means that's a big animal
wash
too.
Wash his or her clothes.
Well, not if he smells like buns.
Yeah, there's no smells in this one.
But I felt like it's way more believable. I mean, the place that they say they are is someplace like, right? It'd probably be just west of like Camp Sherman, so we know that area is
2.5 football fields from the river.
No, but I mean it is, like it's described appropriately, like from believability standpoint for me. Like there's not too much detail. There's not.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's not
Too
so
little,
much
right?
detail.
Yeah.
That it's obviously a lie.
But it's like consistent detail. So in these stories that we've heard prior, there's like too much detail on dumb stuff and then not detail at all on stuff that's like, well, how could you skip that? So this is just like in an account.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's more of what she felt instead of what happened.
Yeah. So I feel like the account for me and completely creepy because that is pretty spooky, like
Yeah.
place. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I'm good.
so creepy. I'm like 9 because first of all, she's by herself.
She. You assume it was a woman?
He.
I don't know.
He. Oh, it could be he. Sure. He. She. Sure. Whoever it was, right? I mean, like I said, it was a decent account. Not enough. Not too much detail. Not too little. For me, good in that regard. So creepy, but believability wise, I feel like is high in this one, only because it didn't assert something, Gibbon's monkey or something.
Well, she's not even saying it was Sasquatch. She
Right.
just said like,
Well, bipedal, so it's something on 2 legs.
Yeah.
But there are all kinds of animal. I mean, it's a wilderness, so. But I felt for me like, I was creeped out, and I do think that this one is the most believable of all the stories so far.
could have been Wembenyama. Yamago, creepy. Solid 8 out of 10. Definitely would not want an animal so close to me that's so big that it shakes my legs.
Yeah.
I'm okay. Believability, I'll give it a solid 8 again. Like you said, not too much detail, just enough. More about how they felt instead of what happened and like how kind of situationally like where things were.
Yeah, it was a good
I
account.
thought this was a lot better.
Yeah, creepy is probably like 7, and believability is probably, I don't know, maybe like 5 or 6. I just feel like if it was that close, or I feel like there should have been maybe some other details from that, like how it smelled or like what it sounded like, or I don't know, maybe something about its breathing, like anything.
What gender was it?
Well, I mean, something just like besides
I
the
could feel it was female.
it like shook
Was
the ground.
affection.
Because like there's other things you would have picked up on even if you couldn't see
No,
it.
but if you're in shock, I mean, like,
Yeah.
I'm sure some of those memories are kind of just like fuzzy too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think what would have been good for me after that was an account of then, and what did I do about it, right? I told someone instead of I'm going to wait and post. And
Yeah, there was
read-
no like them
Yeah,
getting their laundry and like going back to their friends and talking
telling
about it.
to everyone and going looking or
Yeah.
something.
Going looking for
Well,
what?
I think if you told people about it and they were
Get
invested.
a hunting party on?
No, I'm not saying hunting. I'm just saying like they would be invested in it to say, hey, I wonder what that was, or some just a kind of next account. I think what all these miss is the and then what, instead of I'm posting on Reddit.
Well, and especially
no.
this person with where they were, I think, like, there's other people there. Like, I figured you'd want to, like, tell someone about it to get someone to, like, investigate
In case it was
something.
safety. Yeah.
For safety.
Investigate? What is this, bro? A horror movie?
No, in case
You trying to be the first to die, bro? Mind your business. Go to bed,
They're in a building there. Like, there could be security cameras or something.
dude. Mind your business. Nah, like it didn't do anything to you. Just let it go. It's doing its thing. Don't investigate, bro. I'm not going out there.
I mean, it's for the safety of others, though. It's not for you at that point.
Yeah, Garrett's about him.
If it did, hey, if it didn't get me, it's not getting them. I'm not going to investigate, and I know exactly where that leads. First to die, right there.
That's a horror movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bigfoot's gonna teleport into your room. And,
Hey guys, let's go barge into this person's territory and go investigate.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you doing at your own house? I'm all right. Do your thing, big bro, big sis, whatever you are.
Okay, this one's titled My Grandparents Saw Sasquatch Near Crater Lake in 2010.
Okay, so that's recent.
Posting this on behalf of my grandparents. They're both in their 70s now and live in Southern Oregon. I've heard this story a few times growing up, but it wasn't until recently, when I brought it up to them again, that I realized how deeply it impacted them. My grandpa has since spent the last 15 years researching everything he can about Bigfoot. My grandma, on the other hand, won't talk about it at all anymore. The sighting happened in August of 2010 near Crater Lake National Park. They were camping a few miles outside the park boundary, not at a developed campground, just off one of the forest roads near the Rim Drive area. My grandpa said they'd parked and walked down toward a little ravine where they heard water flowing. That's when it happened. They were coming back up the slight incline when my grandma stopped dead in her tracks and grabbed my grandpa's arm. About 50 yards up the slope, standing near the ridge above them, was what they both describe as a large, upright figure, dark brown or black in color, at least 8 feet tall, standing completely still and watching them.
That's women, Yama.
It wasn't a bear. That's what my grandpa keeps repeating. It wasn't a bear. He grew up hunting and said everything about its shape, posture, and stillness was wrong for any known animal. He also mentioned the arms were too long, the shoulders too broad, and the way it tilted its head slightly while observing them was, in quotes, too human, but not. My grandma panicked. She apparently started crying and wouldn't look at it, just begged him to go back to the car. My grandpa says he felt frozen in place for a minute, like his brain was trying to process something he couldn't explain. Then it turned, not quickly but smoothly, and walked back behind the ridge and was gone. No sound, no crashing, just gone. Later, when he started researching more, he found that this area is uncomfortably close to one of the many known missing 411 locations, which has only made him more obsessed with what he saw. He's filled entire binders with maps, sightings, weather reports, even local legends. He swears there's more going on in the Southern Cascades than most people realize. My grandma won't even look at the binders. They've never reported the sighting officially. My grandpa's told a few friends, but mostly he just writes and reads and watches for patterns. He's not someone who's prone to fantasy. He's a very grounded, practical guy. But whatever he saw out there changed something in him. He still goes back out there a couple times a year. Same area, still searching. If anyone's had an experience near Crater Lake or the surrounding forest, I'd love to hear it. My grandpa would be thrilled to know he's not the only one who's seen something out there.
Okay, are there comments?
Someone said that area is the #1 hotspot for sightings. Someone said you should publish his research.
This research.
And what is the 411 missing? What's that all about?
Oh, were you not there? That's like the unexplained missing people's case.
Mm-hmm.
Did you not listen to that episode?
Did you not listen to that episode?
Oh, okay, well.
It was like episode 4 or something like that. We talked about it. We talked about the theory and then the Olympic National Park cases.
Oh yeah, the one
guy-
that you and Garrett did. Yeah,
But it's just the theory that
I didn't know that was a known thing. Like that was an actual like term.
it's just a theory that this guy came up with to help explain why people go missing for explainable reasons.
So creepy. I mean, I'm just breaking all my rules today because to be creepy, I feel like it needs to be believable, and I am not believing. But if I'm walking near I mean, it's a beautiful place, but it is. I mean, it's a vast forest, right? I mean, beautiful lake, but you really are in kind of uncharted area. So I would be creepy just being there, and if I saw something like a tall, I would think it was a bear or something. And if it wasn't a bear, I'd even be more creeped out. But I wouldn't be in that situation to begin with. But if I was, I would be creepy. Is it believable? I mean, they saw something, but was it Sasquatch? No, I don't believe that. So my believability is
You don't believe it's Sasquatch? What do you think it was then?
it was probably a bear.
What if it was just a tall dude?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Wembenyama.
Or tall,
Walking
yeah.
across the road.
But it was like, it was wide too. It wasn't just tall, it was wide.
How wide? I mean, there's big people, like hikers, Forest Service workers. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm not thinking it's Sasquatch. I just...
Bigfoot didn't even do anything here.
All he did was he observed me from the...
He observed me from afar and turned away and walked away slowly.
Turned away real smooth.
Okay, someone did comment about an experience they had at Curry Lake. They said, at Curry Lake in 2018, near one of the stops around the rim, close to the waterfall, my friends and I stopped to get photos and take a break from the driving and hiking. 5 minutes pass and I get this feeling we're being watched. The whole area became quiet, save for the wind and a few birds. I start urging my friends we need to get moving. I couldn't shake the feeling off. They wouldn't listen, and 2 out of the 4 were making plans to go on a short trail nearby to see the lake from higher ground, and at this point we were several feet away already. I suddenly had goosebumps all over my arms, and my hair stood up because I heard a loud snap. Mind you, we aren't in a very forested area compared to the rest of the park, so we could see grassland for miles and clusters of trees here and there, yet I couldn't see anything that would have made the noise. And it was so close, it made me think that something was going to pop out. After the sound came and went, everyone wanted to go back to the car, and my 2 friends that were at the trailhead made a beeline back to us, spooked. A few minutes after we get back into the car, we were all chattering up a storm about the feeling of being watched, and our 2 friends both claimed they power walked back because they saw a large, quote-unquote, bear standing by a tree peeking around at them. They said it was playing peekaboo, literally checking if we saw it. Well, one thought it was a bear, and the other said it was a tall dude in a ghillie suit or something. Either option was unsettling, but the height, they said, 9 to 11 feet tall, gave me and everyone else the creeps. I've grown up in this region and I've had my share of strange experiences in the woods, and I know the difference between a bear, cougar, fox, etc. So I wouldn't be surprised if we had an encounter. Your grandpa and grandma's experience is valid in my opinion. There's a lot of weird stuff at Crater Lake and in the surrounding areas.
9 to 11 feet tall.
Well, we're definitely not going to Crater Lake to do any hiking at dusk or anything like that. So,
Quick family trip.
No, that's quick. That's far away.
No, Garrett, what's your creepy and believability?
My creepy's at a 2.
At a 2?
Yeah.
Well, okay, you can't say, this is again one of those stories, too much detail, not enough. You can't say that you can see for miles because you can't.
It was their grandparents. Like, the...
No, I'm talking about the comments.
Oh. A 1.
Well, okay, let's just go to the grandparent story. Creepy factor is what?
A 2.
And believability? I mean,
A
they saw
1.
something.
A
Oh,
1.
you don't even believe it.
Nope. Again, a third-hand account.
I'd like to see the notebook or, a bit, I'm a trust but verify. So, Liam, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, creepy factor was probably like a 1. They saw like a tall, human-ish figure at the top of the trail and didn't even try speaking to her, saying hi, and it just turned around and didn't do anything to him at all.
Bob. Wave. Hey.
I mean, yeah, that just was not creepy to me. And then believability, I mean, again, they probably saw something, but I'm sure they just forgot details about it over time. So maybe 4.
Okay, I have one last story.
Oh, dear.
Just, I keep finding ones that are slightly better than the other ones that I'd found. Person said, I decided to repost my story to get it off my chest. So this must be reposted from somewhere else.
What's the title of this one?
That was a title.
That was That was the title.
I decided to repost my story to get it off my chest.
Okay.
I just made an updated edit. Sorry for not making the paragraphs. I also added a little bit more info here and there. I've never been the best at punctuation or grammar.
Oh, boy.
That's what we're starting with.
Great.
My name is Jay, and I've lived in Oregon my whole life. I'm 40 years old. I've never believed in Bigfoot. Not really. I figured it was one of those legends that kept old men and campfire stories alive. I also didn't want to believe in something like that. I thought maybe many people saw bears on 2 feet or other things from trees and shadows. Plus, you'd think they would have some decent trail cam footage by now.
Yep.
Anyway, at the time, I never really did any research and had no clue about all the decent footage and evidence we have now. I was naive and ignorant, but in September 2015, deep in the Siskiyou wilderness, I learned something that changed my life forever. I learned that we are not the apex predators in the woods. This story isn't for fame or clout. I don't care if you believe me, I just need to get this off my chest and get to know your guys' experience and how it affected your life. I feel a lot safer talking about this with others that understand. I had been solo hunting for some time and enjoyed the solitude, especially after getting out of the Oregon Army National Guard in 2012. I deployed to Iraq in 2009 as 11B and went with the 41st Infantry Brigade, the largest deployment in Oregon since World War II. I mentioned this to you so you know my background a little. This trip was supposed to be a week-long black-tailed deer hunt, just me and my rifle, my 10mm Glock for mountain lion, and maybe bear protection. Okay, I guess people do use guns for bear protection.
Just me, my gun, and my truck.
Never really been worried about bears too much. They usually run away. It's people that I get paranoid about in the middle of nowhere, in the endless backcountry of Oregon. I'd packed light, camped miles from any trailhead, and was excited to fill my tag. The first day went smoothly. I saw plenty of signs, scouted a few promising ridges, and set up camp near a creek in a deep valley. The terrain was rough, thick underbrush, towering trees, and a silence that felt heavier than usual. But that night, as I sat next to my lantern, I felt it. That awful, gut-twisting feeling of being watched. I scanned the tree line, rifle in hand, but saw nothing. No wind, no rustling, just dead silence. The forest should be alive with noise, but it wasn't. I wanted to make a fire, but I couldn't due to restrictions, and I didn't really sleep, just periodically dozing. At dawn, I hiked to a ridgeline overlooking a valley. The morning mist clung to the trees, and I glassed the slopes. Nothing, not a single deer. That's when I heard it, a whistle. Not a bird, not the wind. This was deliberate, human-like, but wrong. It echoed from the tree line behind me. I turned, rifle up, scanning. Nothing. An hour later, I heard it again, this time from below me. I told myself it had to be another hunter, but I never saw a soul out there. And why would someone be whistling? The unease in my gut grew. I'll admit, I was scared AF. I had slept better the second night, and justified everything with animals or paranoia. I woke up to a few huge footprints circling my camp. They didn't quite look like the typical Sasquatch print, but they were deep, definitely something heavy.
Typical Sasquatch print.
I followed them into the brush, but they disappeared into the undergrowth. I told myself it had to be a bear, even though they didn't look like bear tracks. That day, the forest felt wrong. The birds were gone. Everything seemed eerily silent besides a little wind here and there through the trees, and an occasional snap of branches behind me. Then came the smell. A gut-wrenching, rotten stench that made me gag. It smelled like bad body odor and piss, like a mixture of unwashed sweat and old urine soaked in something living.
Yum.
It came in waves, like something moving through the trees. I gripped my rifle tighter. I debated on ending my trip, but it was late, and me being stubborn, I will justify about anything.
What's he mean by ending his trip?
You mean turn around?
Yeah.
Trip O.
Go home.
That night, I kept my lantern burning low beside me and my pistol in my lap. Sleep was impossible. Something was circling my camp.
Just go home.
I'd hear slow, deliberate steps stopping when I moved. Then just before dawn, a deep, guttural growl rolled through the trees. Not a bear, not a cougar, something bigger. Something that wanted me gone. At this point, I had wished I'd listened to my instincts earlier because I knew that this was something I'd never dealt with. That night was unbearable. I was shaking and thinking I'm going to be killed by whatever is out there.
Hey, say it again.
He's probably on his way back, but like he's hiked so far, he can't just.
Sasquatch isn't following him. He keeps going back to the same camp.
At first light, I packed up camp. I wasn't waiting to see what was out there. I had 5 days left on my trip, but I was done. As I hiked back, the forest felt alive, but not in a good way. Okay, he was saying that like when he kept his lantern and his lantern on and the piston on his lap, that's when he thought that was that same night. That wasn't a different night. That was that same night.
Oh, okay.
As
I
I
was
hiked,
giving him credit for an extra night.
as I hiked back, the forest felt alive, but not in a good way. I felt like it was watching me. Then, about 5 miles from my truck, I saw it. A shape just beyond the trees, tall, too tall, broad, covered in dark hair, blacker than the shadows around it. It swayed slightly, watching me. I raised my rifle, and it stepped back into the trees. Then, to my left, I heard another crack of a branch. Another one. I'd realized I was being flanked. After being in almost frozen denial, a pure panic set in. I ran. I'm not ashamed to say I ran like hell. My pack slammed against my back. My boots tore through the underbrush. I could hear them moving, pacing me, just out of sight. The whistle started again.
Oh, come on.
One ahead, one behind. Communicating. Hunting. I turned and fired my rifle into the trees, and everything went dead silent. Then from deep in the woods, I heard something scream. Not human, not animal, something else. I kept running.
This is like a Percy Jackson book.
When I reached my truck, the forest felt like it was holding its breath.
It was 5 miles away.
threw
He ran
my-
for 5 miles with the pack.
Maybe. I threw my gear inside, peeled out of there, and didn't stop driving until I hit Grants Pass. I didn't sleep well for 2 days, and I never went back. I told a few close friends. Some believed me. Some laughed, but I know what I saw, what hunted me. I didn't go back into the woods for a couple of years. Luckily, I got back my courage over time. Now I only hunt with a group, never alone, and never in the Siskiyou wilderness, because at least I know they were out there. It's not something I ever want to experience again. It definitely created PTSD for me. I felt like it ruined my outdoor activities, but slowly I am getting back into the woods, but I go with a group. I'm curious to this day if I would have slept or let my guard down, I'd be on missing 411. I'd like to believe that they just wanted me out of their area, but it sure felt more sinister than just scaring me out of there. But then again, I'm certain if they wanted to kill me, they probably would have. One of my biggest questions is wondering what their intentions were. I also make sure my kids know and to take precautions when out in the woods, and I will advise anyone to go out with a friend or a group. I use a tent now instead of a small tarp.
Okay, well, I'm sorry.
Stay safe out there, people. Not all are as friendly as Harry. LOL. Who's Harry?
Yeah, I feel like
Again, please be safe out there. Also, thanks for the pillar poster who helped me share this.
okay.
I
Now,
need to add to this description of the one that I saw. It's a guess, but this thing was tall. It's hard to be precise because it was about 70 to 80 yards away, but it was still probably around 8 feet tall. Shoulders were massive and broad, 4 feet or more across. He seemed to be bending his knees a little bit. His knees seemed quite a bit lower than humans proportionally. I have this image burned into my head of how long his arms were. I didn't see a neck, just a head and kind of a cone shape, or maybe his hair was deformed. I say he because I'm assuming. I have no idea the gender. He couldn't sense the gender. His fists were huge, and he had something in both of his hands. The muscles were somewhat defined even behind its dark hair.
what is
Somewhat. Okay.
Okay, so this
Okay,
is you're losing me.
Bigfoot.
Now you're losing me.
I
We've got
think
too
the
much
hair was
detail.
really dark, but it could be because of the shade. But I did notice it seemed darker than the shadows around it. Hearing so that sunlight was beaming on the part of his chest. Okay. And the upper part of the head when he moved. I think some of the hair was light gray mixed in with black. Oh, Grandpa Sasquatch. I couldn't get a good look at his face, only part of his nose. And up.
How could you see a nose at 70
His
yards
nose was
away?
big and flat. His eyes were definitely a little sunken with a distinct ridge of
Okay,
eyebrow
where
bone.
you've lost.
He's
You
a
know,
hunter.
This story was actually, but I feel bad for this person that, like, I mean, obviously, clearly has
Well, clearly they're
PTSD.
traumatized, but like,
Yeah, they have PTSD for sure, and I think right is it wouldn't
and
camping
multiple parts in this posting, he had like gone back and added for
Details.
clarification. Yeah.
I mean, I just feel like it's like camping 101. Like, right, don't go alone.
Mhm.
Right, make sure someone knows where you're at. Sleep in a tent. You know, take.
Well, he wasn't even sleeping in a tent. It sounds like he would put a tarp up and
Give me a
sleep
break.
under that.
Just
He's
come
a
on.
rough man in the
Why
woods.
just I
He
sleep
just needs his truck
sleep with the
and
grubs. Yeah, I concerned a little bit for his mental health. Like he needs to talk to someone professionally probably about that. And like instead of just posting to get off your chest, you know, like really there
Okay, but Mom, say this is real. Hypothetically, like, we're not here to criticize.
okay. You're right. Thanks for
Say that this is a
thanks for checking me. Okay. I mean, okay. Let me fall down the path then. Creepy factor 10, believability was 9 until
sounds like velociraptor hunting.
all the stuff towards the end. You know, the whistle and then the trying to chase. Like, I just feel like that's too much. You know, the second day, this idea of feeling watched in the wilderness or in the forest. I mean, I totally get that.
Yeah, it's real. It's valid.
Things
Yeah.
are looking at you.
No, you don't know where you are, and
Lot of living things.
you're in someone else's home, right? I mean, these are the animals' home, not our home. So okay, creepy factor 9. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to see, especially multiples. So now we've seen multiple, right? Because I think most of the stories are usually stories of seeing one. We're not seeing We're not seeing families of, which I would think would just be a normal thing, because where there's one, there's got to be more, right?
Yep.
Just like rabbits and all the other types of creatures that we would encounter in a wilderness or in a setting or something. So believability, though, I could have believed it, but adding in all those details and then the chest and the muscles under the hair, you can't see that from 70 yards away. I mean,
Bigfoot is ripped.
Yeah.
Bigfoot's tall. He's ripped. He has a full head of hair.
so believability for me. So I think it's creepy.
Maybe we should go camping in the whistle.
Absolutely not. Is it believable? No, I say 3.
Okay. Liam, what do you think?
I don't know why we need 2 guns, but
One's for protection. One's
No.
for deer hunting.
We don't bring a tent, but we bring 2 guns.
yeah, one's for hunting, one's for people. Is that what he said?
He said bears. He said bears.
Oh,
Or in the off chance people.
yeah.
Not to shoot at them, just like a warning shot or something. Nothing crazy.
No, I think it
Yeah.
would be to kill him.
I think it's
You're-
one for the
look, you're
animals,
not
one for
gonna-
yourself.
You're not going to hurt a bear. You're not going to just like scare a bear. Like you scare a bear, you're going to piss the bear off. So you better shoot the bear. I mean, I wouldn't shoot the bear, but I mean, I wouldn't be in a situation to shoot the bear, but
Someone else shoot the bear, please.
no,
Is it a bear?
I wouldn't do it.
Or is it Sasquatch?
Also, I like the part where we found the tracks outside
Mm-hmm.
and then we decided to follow them, and he's like, "Oh, it's a bear."
Well, he said circling his like camp. I'm assuming he means like his tent, his tarp setup.
Yes.
But would he not?
Wouldn't you wake up?
Yeah. I don't
Hey,
know.
buddy. And if he smelled so bad,
Right.
he
You'd
or
be
she
able to
smelled
smell.
so bad, couldn't you smell it when you wake up in
I mean-
wafts of stench?
Maybe he got.
Like a skunk.
Maybe he got so used to it that it was.
Oh, come on.
But if it smelled like a piss.
Think about a skunk now. When the skunk like comes, we
No.
smell that. We can smell it for.
Because it burns my nostrils. But again, the smell thing came up.
Yeah, I mean that is consistent.
But only for like part of it.
Yeah, for not the
Then
important.
it
part.
wasn't
Again, I
bear.
feel like that's like the most compelling evidence. Because yeah, you don't see them, but you can smell them. Because what else smells like that?
I mean, this guy saw him too.
I guess
multiple, and they were hunting him.
he saw one.
His nipples
But-
are the size of a dime. From 300 yards away. Got the eyes of a hunter.
Wait, what's the quote from Monsters Inc? About
Picked me up with his evil mind powers and shook me like a dog.
yeah, that one.
Bro,
I'm so sick of Sasquatch.
nipples were the size of a dime. Liam, did you give your creepy score and believability?
No. Also, they were hunting him for 5 miles and couldn't catch up to him or stop him
Well,
or
he's
hurt
run-
him.
I
He's
think they're
running
just
with the
trying
whole
to-
pack. He's running with 2 guns, a tarp or a tent or something, and some kind of. He's got to have clothing or food or something with him. He couldn't start a fire, but he's got to eat. So, I mean, okay, military replacement meals or whatever, right? So the rations. Is that what he's got in his pack? But he's got
Yeah.
for sure a pack. He says
Mhm.
running in boots with the
Mhm.
underbrush, even though he said he could see 70 yards. So, but then he had to go for 5 miles. So he's running 4 miles in the forest.
Creepy. I mean, probably 9. Like, again, dude is PTSD. He saw something. He was there. He swore off solo camping after that.
Mhm.
as smart as he should have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe he brings twice as many guns. I don't know.
And maybe a tent.
Bring 4 guns, 2 friends, and a tent.
Yeah.
We're good.
So yeah, creepy. Yeah, probably like 9, and believability 2.
Okay. Garrett, what do you think?
I'm sick of Sasquatch, dude. Can I just give like a 3 and a 6?
That's right. Okay, so where does everybody land on Sasquatch after these?
Bro.
Granted, these aren't all Sasquatch stories in existence. These are just recent-ish ones from Oregon and Washington. So
Are you just asking
they're all over.
in general?
Yeah, in
if
general, like
we believe in Sasquatch.
compared to the beginning of the episode.
Oh, absolutely.
What? Absolutely what?
I believe it.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
After all that smack talking about Sasquatch, and you're like, yeah, he's real.
Yeah, just in case you listen to this. Yeah, I believe it, though. I mean, I'm just picturing like Sasquatch with a gun to my head right now behind the camera. Yeah. Most definitely, dude. You're real for sure.
Okay, Mom, you didn't say what your thoughts on Sasquatch were before this, but what are they now?
I mean,
Are you a skeptic?
yeah, I'm totally a skeptic, but I think could there be something weird somewhere in the forest that could be, some bear / something or something? Yeah, there could be. Has there been good evidence? No, I don't think so. And definitely not as a populace, right? I mean, these sightings of only camp, but then they become like modernized over the years, which I find interesting. It's
But they don't, because even with like as advanced technology as we have and the iPhones
no, I know
that
there's
have great
still-
cameras,
That's what I'm saying. There's
the
grainy
photographic
pictures,
evidence is just not any better.
exactly, and I just feel like
Not to say that these stories aren't real, but
not to say they're not real, but there's
where's the
just
proof in the pudding?
there's not electromagnetic force that wouldn't allow a picture to be clear or you to get a recording or something.
Maybe if they're traveling through portals,
Okay.
and who knows what kind of forces are at work here.
I mean, good gravy. If we're traveling through portals and we got all this stuff going
like
on, then
Doctor
yes,
Strange.
that's then okay, then yes, there's a realm of possibilities. But for what we know right now, yes, there are big footprints that people, but can we really understand? No.
But has Bigfoot been proven to be a hoax thus far?
It can be either proven or disproven. So I will keep an open mind.
But no,
But
it's
I'm a
been like,
skeptic.
yeah, I accidentally took the Loch Ness Monster photo. That was a total fake. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
So I'm gonna, like I said, I'll keep an open mind, but I'm a skeptic until I trust but verify, and I would need evidence. And that from what I've heard, no evidence.
Liam, where do you land? You don't believe.
No.
He's too scientific.
That's fair.
I don't even remember what I was gonna say. Like, I just feel bad for. I feel like there should at least be better stories. I don't like this is just sad. I don't know.
Sad that these people decided to post on Reddit.
There's better quality like paranormal stories.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. These are just the ones that I scrounged up
Yeah, I mean,
for the
yeah,
sake of this. But
no.
like, yeah, there's hundreds of stories, thousands
and I'm
of
sure,
stories.
and I'm sure there are some good, compelling stories, right? That would have that would know the kind of like right amount of facts to, like details. But given where we are, I think
This isn't making Bigfoot live up to the hype.
no.
Yeah.
And what's the purpose? What are we doing? Just living on the land? Because like I said, how I started this. Let's talk about the wildfires. No, I mean,
Who's
Well,
worried
also-
about Bigfoot during the wildfires? Who's taking care of Bigfoot during the
well,
wildfires?
I'm worried about it.
I know. Why are other people worried about it?
So it's like, right, it's important when it's like one person doing one thing by themselves and whatever, but like we've got catastrophes happening right now, thousands of acres being burned all over, right, from Crater Lake to Washington, all the places that we're talking about.
That's Bigfoot's home.
That's right.
Justice for Bigfoot's
And they would
home.
be they'd be displaced, right? I mean,
Mhm.
if they're a populate, they would be displaced, just like what's happens to the animals, like in Bambi.
Portal transportation.
I suppose that's if that's a going theory. I didn't know that was a going theory about Bigfoot, so I guess I need to learn more. I'm not up on the lore.
Well, when we do the episode, you'll learn all about it.
And
And
we'll
all the
do that
theories and
episode, and Garrett won't have to participate.
no, he has to. At this point, he's like,
He's not invested.
no, he's totally invested. He's like Professor of Bigfoot 101.
You say that?
Nipples the size of a dime.
Yeah. I'm just teaching the class so I can disprove everything. You said I'm professor of Bigfoot 101.
Yeah.
I'm teaching the class so I can disprove the believers.
Oh. You're like a reverse Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
But Bigfoot, if you're hearing this, Garrett does believe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bigfoot, I know
He
you're
believes.
listening.
Hey, Bigfoot, I believe in you.
Bigfoot, I know you're one of my 50 weekly listeners. Shout out.
Gotta be.
And Bat Squatch.
Bruh.
Bat Squatch is another one of my 50 weekly listeners. Okay, well, thank you for listening and for entertaining our Bigfoot stories. If you have any Bigfoot encounters, Bigfoot experiences, regardless of where they happen,
We want to hear him.
we would love to hear them. Email me, eerilybelovedpodcast@gmail.com, or send me a DM on any of the Eerily Beloved social media accounts, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, Eerily Beloved Podcast, all the places. And we'll see you next week with something that's not Bigfoot related.
Yeah.
At least Garrett sure hope so. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye.